UW is the first hospital in the Midwest with a new program to help patients with brain injuries. And while that is news, how it started is also important at the request of a former brain injury patient.
The Brain Injury Peer Program brings together former brain injury patients with current ones. Tonight only on News 3 at 10, Dave DeLosier shows us the peer visitors bring a unique understanding of what the patients are dealing with.
No one is immune from being here.
And unless you've been there,
days are just lost. They're gone.
you can't begin to know the fog, the confusion,
It's a little overwhelming.
the feeling that you are all alone.
For me, it was very difficult. I was in a coma, induced after the surgery for 4 or 5 days.
It was kind of unsettling to come to and basically have 2 days gone.
It is the place that no one would ever want to be, the Neurosciences ICU at UW Hospital. But because of a brain injury, it was the place Rodney Knoll and Michael O'Malley desperately needed to be.
People's lives are overturned just like that. And they come in devastated.
Today, though, they are back on the same floor, the same ICU where both were patients, where both had to deal with what we can only imagine.
Unless you've been through it, I guess a good example would be guys will never know what it's like to carry a child and give birth. No matter how much we read, how much they tell us, we're just never going to have a clue, basically. And so unless somebody is really close to somebody that's going through it, there's no way you can understand. Hello. Are you up for a visit?
And when they walk into Chris Loeffler's room, a lot of things come back.
I had, a queasy stomach because, not that I remembered it, but I remember the rooms.
I'm scared.
And they also remember what Chris is dealing with.
I had headache, I had fatigue, loss of memory.
Rodney and Michael are volunteers in a first-of-its-kind program at a hospital in the Midwest. It is called the Brain Injury Peer Visitor Program.
On November 28th, I had the 5-hour brain surgery.
It gives Chris a chance to talk face-to-face with someone who's been where he is at.
Yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, but today is a gift. That's why it's called the present.
Their journey has taken them from patient to mentor.
I feel more free now. And it's really because I've gone full circle.
And it brings to Chris what he needs to know the most.
The most important gift that people who have had this injury is to know that we aren't alone.
Yes, you can.
And the gift of something so small with 2 small words
That's yours. You get to have that.
will serve as the biggest reminder.
I'm able to see that, hey, I was a patient here, laying flat, couldn't really do much of anything, and now I'm able to come back and help encourage people, hey, I'm doing it, taking it one day at a time, you can do the same thing. It was great to meet you.
At UW Hospital, this is Dave DeLosier, WISC News 3.
Currently, UW Hospital has 6 brain injury peer volunteers. All are former brain injury patients. One is a caregiver of a former patient.
And the program is being so well received by current patients that some have already expressed an interest in eventually becoming peer visitors as well. Great stuff there.
Absolutely.
I love that saying. Yesterday was history, tomorrow's a mystery.
That's why they call it the present.